great to have a chance to speak with you and meet you. I'm going to say this again. I love your hat. Where did you get that? Because that is true old school. That's like the 60s, or you're too young for this. A show like Mary Tyler Moore back in the 70s would have taken it and thrown it up. You look at that up, you'll see what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I'll go down the TikTok rabbit hole of that tonight. Um, Thank you. I love this hat. I have them in two different colors because I bought this one in Nashville. It's from
Ah.
Brixton. So I have gone down like the Brixton rabbit hole recently where like I find all the colors that I want. They have like army green ones, they have white, but they're a little expensive, so I'm pacing myself on buying the hats. But this one was the OG that I bought in Nashville. And then my sister bought me the black one for Christmas because I wear it every day, and she's like, "You need a new color. Let's change it up."
I love it, and kudos to your sister. Now, there's a reason why we are speaking is because of yourself, another individual that you recorded a song with, and something has happened with this duet of yours. Because it is, well, basically not just with the song, but with you guys. There's a big honor that's coming up. What's going on?
A big honor.
Yes,
The CMAOs,
I
possibly.
think that's what we're talking about.
Oh my God. Yeah, I can't believe it. I have four nominations this year, which is absolutely crazy. Single of the year, which was the first one that I found out about. And that was the one I was like, there's no way I'm getting single of the year, because the competition in that category was just massive. And so to be nominated alongside like my friends Robin and Sully and the Rec Claws and everyone, like it's just like crazy the amount of talent in this category. So that one was really really shocking to me, and that was the first one I found out about, and I was like, you know what, if that's the only one I get, like I'll take it. Like that is so cool. And then the three more came out for songwriter, breakthrough artist, and female artist, and I was like just like flabbergasted by the support from the community and the people that voted for me, because I've been going to these awards for so many years, just like dreaming in the audience like, oh, maybe one day they'll say my name, and now they're going to say it four times, like it's just absolutely absolutely crazy.
What's the song that you're nominated for? What's the song that did it for you?
Yes, Good to Drive, which you know when I wrote the song, I knew there was something cool about it. Like I loved it so much instantly. I got the demo back and it was like, you know, that's a great song. And then, we recorded it and the industry started to hear it and was like, I think this is the radio song. And we were like, okay. And then it ended up getting me iHeartRadio Future Star. And then, landing in top 40 at Canadian Country Radio for 9 weeks, which was just mind blowing, to have a top 40 song, like to see it on the Billboard chart. I was like, me? And this was all happening, when we were in Kelowna for the CCMAs, and that was also the first time the CCMA had brought me out for a songwriter series. And getting to play that event was just so there was a lot of things happening at that moment. My song had gone to radio. CCMA had asked me to do the songwriters, and then I was like, wow, it doesn't get better than this. And then I got four nominations for this song, so it does get better.
I absolutely love that. Congratulations on it. Now, where are you originally from? This is going to be very important.
Yeah, Toronto, which is very interesting for a country artist, born and raised.
That's where I want to get into because that's becoming now that's starting to grow. But if you were to say this even 10 years ago, Toronto?
Yeah,
Nah, not really. That's like almost like saying Montreal.
yeah,
Nah, not really. But now these are becoming uh Toronto, places like Toronto and Montreal becoming platforms for young, great country artists. Where did that love come from?
yeah. I mean, it was just super natural. Like I always loved music, and I grew up on a lot of 80s hair metal, which is very interesting and not country. Um, but
Wait, what?
yeah, I love hair metal.
Oh my
That is
God.
like the funniest thing about me is that I could probably, give you every word of every hair metal song ever made. Like I
Okay,
love that.
favorite group and why?
Favorite group? Oh my God, I don't know that there's so many. Right
Okay,
now,
well,
prob
name them.
okay, okay. Right now, probably Cinderella.
Okay.
Um, They've always been one of my favorites, and they're actually the group that got me into country music, which is very odd because they have this record called Heartbreak Station. Um,
Yes.
it's very blues, very country blues, you know? It's like not hair metal. There's definitely some aspects of hair metal, but it's like all slide guitar, very bluesy. And when I heard that record, I went, "Holy shit, what is this?" And like, went through the record and just became obsessed with it. And I was like, I want to do this. Like, I want to do something like this. And like, had been listening to the Springsteen and the Mellencamp already. Like, that was kind of where the country roots came from, was Springsteen and Mellencamp. And then, when I moved on to hair metal as a teenager, and then I heard this record, I was like, wait, no, country is cool. Like, let's do country. Like, so that's kind of where the inspo came from.
Do you think you were born in the wrong era?
I think so. But you know what? I don't think so in some spots because we need to bring this back. I think I'm going to be bringing it back to the mainstream, and that's why I think I was meant to be here. Was because I love all the things of the past, and I think we've gone so far from a lot of cool things, and why don't we bring them back? And maybe I'll be the person that carries the torch to bring it back.
I will tell you this, and I say it a million times. The 80s were the greatest decade, and you would have loved
I
experiencing it.
would have been the coolest kid in the 80s.
I
I don't
believe
have
it.
big hair today, but usually I have really big hair. Um, and it just takes so long. Like I'm in the bathroom for like 2 hours just back combing the hair and like using a bottle of hairspray. The Aquanet of today is not the same. If anyone wants to know, the closest thing to Aquanet today is the Got to Be Glued hairspray. So if anyone wants Aquanet, that's what you get.
Okay, I don't want to put you on the spot, but I've got to ask you this because this is important. If you were back in the 80s,
hmm
what kind of car back then do you think you would have been driving?
Ooh, mm, that's such a
I know
good.
this isn't fair because I'm throwing this out at you.
I know. You know what? Maybe like a Cadillac.
Cadillac.
I don't know what model. Um, but you know what? I've always loved 50s style cars. Um,
Okay.
and like I love the big wings on the back. So
Yeah.
maybe I would have in the 80s bought a vintage car, bought a vintage 50s car in the 80s.
They did do that. If you ever get a chance to watch an old 80s show, Miami Vice,
hmm
Crockett and Tubbs actually drives the kind of car that you're talking about.
Yeah,
But the
I love
funny
them.
but the funny thing is I actually could see you driving a Camaro T-Bar. I could see you driving something
I
like that.
love Camaros. Again, there's so many that I would buy. I like cars. I'm like a car person. I don't know anything about cars. I like the way they look,
Yeah.
and I like to drive. I'm good to
Yeah.
drive.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I love a Camaro or a Cadillac,
Yeah.
or like some of the Chevys like are really cool back then. Like bring back the cool cars. Like you know, cars now are really sporty, but
Yeah.
back then they were just like pretty. So
Yes. Oh my
again,
goodness, we can go on and on about this,
I
but we
know
got to get back to your
I could gab
career.
about everything.
The other great thing I've always said this about with country music, one of the, if not the best genres
hmm
in telling stories.
Yeah.
And lately, what's been going on, I've noticed too, and I've used Sasha as a great example, and Megan Patrick as a
hmm
great example of telling very personal stories.
Yeah.
And those stories through their music and their latest releases have really changed their careers.
hmm
How do you feel about storytelling in country music? Because, like I said, it really, really has changed.
Yeah, I think again that's one of the biggest reasons why I make country music is because, I love to tell stories. I love to create like a landscape with words and really help people visualize what's happening within this song. So that's definitely another reason why I'm doing this. And I didn't know what I was doing when I started writing songs. I was just writing because I was like, here's what I'm writing, here's my story. And I was like happened to fit within country music, and I was like, yeah, that's the right place for me. But I love telling a story. Like I think it's really important to talk about a lot of hard topics, and that's what music is for me.
Mhm.
And why music has been so healing for me is that like it's just stories and experiences, and I go, oh wait, that kind of happened to me. ah, I love this song. Like, thanks for talking about this. Thanks for bringing awareness to something that, isn't really talked about a lot, like mental health or like toxic relationships, like bad things that are happening. And, a lot of music that's on the radio these days is like, oh, everything's fun and happy and great. And I'm like, that's great for a lot of moments. I love to be happy and great, but I think there's a lot of times where I need to sit down and reflect and be like, okay, I can do this, and like this is what's happening to not just me, and I'm not so alone. And I think that's what I love about country music, is that I can hear people's stories and know more about them as well.
You have so much going on because aren't you going to the UK, I think, or something like that? Or what's
Yeah,
going on
the
with it?
Well, I'm going on tour with Ryan Langdon for the Two for the Road tour. Yeah, my first international tour, and I guess my first headlining tour, which is crazy that it's across the pond. But we're starting out at the British Country Music Festival in Blackpool, and then we're making our way back to London. So a stop every night in a different city on the way back to London. And yeah, we have, I think, 5 or 6 shows in total, and no breaks in between. So it's gonna be jam packed with lots of great music. I'm super excited to share some new music that's unreleased as well, that audiences across the pond are gonna hear first.
Now, when this goes up, the stuff I'm going to talk about has probably already happened, but I understand you're going to be at Departure.
Yeah, departure on May 9th at Paradise Grapevine. I'm very excited. Ron Lapata, who is my producer, has come in to MD and choreograph the whole show. So there's going to be a lot of cool moments that I'm very excited about. And there's going to be some hair metal covers, possibly, that I'm very excited about. If you came to the show and it's already happened, thanks for showing up. And I hope you enjoyed my hair metal medley.
And North by North, you're heading over there also.
Yeah, June 13th, North by Northeast, at the Cameron House. I'm back at the Cameron House. I did a residency at the Cameron House in November,
Great
which was
place.
so fun. So fun. The community was awesome, having people just come in and listen to the music and hang out. This time we're in the back room. So, full band in the back room. Again, another great show I'm very excited about. That's going to be, kind of setting the tone for my summer.
You really like the energy that you are bringing into Canadian country music is incredible. Where do you see yourself now? Not just for 2026, but in the next 5 years. Where do you see yourself?
Oh, I hope still writing music that tells a story and, is very personal. Because I love writing. I think that's the biggest thing. I never want to stop writing music. So I hope I'm doing that still. 5 years, have a couple albums out, maybe a couple EPs. I know that my debut EP is coming out in late summer this year, so that'll be the start of that. And I've already written the second one. The second one's done, written. I'm really excited about that one. I mean, I'm excited about both of them. But the second one dives deeper into something very personal. It's like kind of a concept
Mhm.
album. I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about this yet because it's not even on the
Yeah, you
radar.
can. You can. Don't
I
worry about
can't.
it.
But the first record, I'm very excited about because the title track, Wild Wild Woman, was the first song that I was ever scared to deliver. I was like, oh my God, they're gonna hate it. Like, I'm like, my manager's gonna hate it, A&R is gonna hate it, like everyone's gonna hate it. And I was so nervous about it, but I loved it so much that I was like, I have to take the risk. I have to like poke the bear and see what they say.
Hmm.
Um, and I got a call like 5 minutes after I sent the email. Like, listened to the song and went, "What the fuck is this?" Sorry, am I allowed to swear? I don't know.
Hell yeah.
Okay,
Fuck yeah.
great,
There you go.
great. Um, and so I got a call immediately about this song, and it kind of shaped the tone for the rest of the record after that. But it was like, hello, what is this? Like, this is incredible. And I was like, oh, thanks, yeah, because it's just like it really pushes the boundaries of what country music is and what genre is basically, because it just kind of it's an amalgamation of everything. Um, and then so that's the title track. So that's if that gives you the tone for the record, it's going to be a mix of everything, and um, still very country music, still very country. That'll never change, but it just has a lot of different influences, which you'll hear throughout the record. I think every song shows a different influence of mine, and so I'm very excited about that. And I hope, yeah, in the next couple of years, we're still touring, still on the road, we're still chatting, talking about cool things that are happening, and yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen, and I'm just excited for the ride.
I'm going to show you my 80s collection when we get together. That's definitely a
Yeah.
promise. Because I still have a, oh, I wish I had my keys with me. I actually have, um, well, I'm going to be, let's put it this way. I'm going to be there at the CMAOs.
Okay.
I will be there to help cover that. And I'm going to bring, I have a keychain. It's a ZZ, the original ZZ Top keychain that I got back in the 80s. I forgot I had it, found it in a box, and I keep it now. So I'll show
Oh,
you that. Like I said,
wow. That's
it's
so
original.
cool. I love the relics of the past. Like I just
Yeah.
pulled out my Use Your Illusion VHS tapes. Um, so last week I sat on my family's farm because that's where they have the VHS player. I had to go up there
Yeah,
to watch them. So I brought my VHS tapes. I forgot them. I'm so mad. They're still there, but I'll have to go back and get them. But
I
sat
love that.
there and I watched both tapes, best 3 hours of my life, and then it was great.
One last thing, you're going to be performing at the CMAOs.
Yeah, I'm very excited about that. Again, another dream come true. Like, I've been in the audience for so many years and just like been so proud of everyone that's been on the stage and been nominated and like it's just such a cool thing. And to be able to perform when I got the call, I was in the car, I was coming back from like a gig, and I was like vibing. I get the call, they're like, by the way, you're performing, and I was like, what? Um, so, I've been spending most of the weeks, trying to pick an outfit. I think that's that's my biggest dilemma. Ron and I have worked on the performance. We've gotten the choreo, like the performance is ready, but the outfit is where I'm struggling. I'm like, it has to be cool. I bought this dress that's very 80s, but I don't know if it's too 80s for this song, but what are we
It's
performing?
never 280s. Let me just make that clear. It
It's
is
got a big
never
puffy
280s.
skirt. So, well, you know what? We'll see if I wear it. It could be a surprise what I'm wearing, but I'm very excited about it. Good to Drive changed my life, and to be able to perform the song at the award show with the Western Swing Authority, like, come on, like it's gonna be so fun and just a grand old time.
Congratulations on the success. So happy that we've had a chance to talk. Like I said, I'm going to bring some 80s stuff that
Yeah, please
I
do.
have, and I'll bring it there to show it to you because I will be there to cover the event. And crossing fingers that one of the things that's going to happen is that you're going to come back and we get to talk, and you've got something in your hand
Hopefully.
that
Right here.
shows that
You know
all
what?
the
Even if I
success.
don't, it's an honor. It's just like it's so
No,
cool.
we're not doing that. No, no. We need to win. Don't give me any of
You're
this.
right. You're
It's an
right.
honor to. No, no. We want to. Even if we got to take it from whoever wins, we're going to do that.
You're right. I'm stealing it. That is mine.
Yes. Yes. I'm going to bring tape so we can write your name on it and tape it around
Okay.
there.
Okay, that's you. I can't be the one stealing. You have to do that for me.
I'll do it. I'll
Great.
do it.
Great.
So
Man,
great to have a
what?
chance to
I didn't
talk to
know
you.
Rudy did that. Oh my God.
There
Thank
you go.
you.
Exactly. You are amazing.
Thank
Congratulations.
you
I'll
so
see you at the CMAOs and looking forward to all your success in the future.
Thank you so much.